state the same amount?
I don't think so. You just get these from tax collector. That's how you list them. I can go check that invoice.
Call for the vote.
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Ayes have it. Item number 15, discuss and take action on the renewing contract for J.U. Johnson City Council.
Mr. Mayor,
Councilman,
I move that we approve the contract for J.J. Johnson on this day.
second.
we move the proper second to approve the contract for Mr. J.J. Johnson. For the motion and second, I'm ready for a question.
Question.
State your name.
I have some questions for Mr. Johnson. How long have you been doing
You
this?
understand it? Okay. Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
So how long have you been doing this for city?
21 years.
So where exactly are we as far as funds for the police department?
When you say funds for the police, talking about the current year budget?
You know, you were given the task to find money in order to purchase the vehicles, so where are we on that?
Chief Johnson, we're working on that right now. Matter of fact, I have pictures I can show you of the vehicle that we're looking at the present time. Can I do that? Yes.
So how much, so do they have enough money in order to purchase this vehicle?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
one or?
Well,
three?
what we're gonna do is we're looking at the cost of the vehicle. There's a possibility that we might have to, well, the way we budgeted to finance it. But we're looking at a particular car, whereas that we might, because of the price, we might have to just pay cash for it. But we can do that through the reserve to take advantage of a good deal. And
What year are these old cars?
no, ma'am, I'm gonna show you right now.
Let me say, this is not on the agenda. What's on the agenda is the
Okay.
renewal of
Okay,
the contract.
but to answer your question, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We're working
Let
on
me
that
ask you
right
this
now.
question. Well, according to this contract, it says you made an agreement on the 24th with who?
Pardon me? Oh, that was the contract language at that time, but y'all tabled it. I have another contract that has the date on it.
Okay, but who did you make an agreement with?
Well, no, that was the contract language. You have to put that language in the contract. It was to be approved that particular councilman night.
Okay.
And that was the night that I had the medical problem, that I wasn't here.
Okay, so, you've been here 21 years, so have you done any type of modifications in the programs that you do, in the work that you do for the city?
Oh, yes,
You
ma'am.
do the same?
Oh, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Look, when I started with the city, y'all had no records at all. They were kept, Ron, you were mayor. But I had, when I came here, Ron, okay, I would. The records were a spreadsheet. The auditor at the time, he couldn't audit because he had to almost prepare the records. Well, you heard Mr. Erskine say he has to have independence. You can't audit records that you prepare. So when we came in, we had to sit down and go through manually. We worked 6 months every day here to keep bringing, y'all were like 6 months behind and just paying bills. And my firm, my partner and I, we took different days coming in, and we came in here, we worked 6 months here, and we came up with a small hourly fee because we knew y'all's budget situation. And we worked 6 months just to bring your accounts payable up because y'all were getting hit with late payment fees. And we saved the city a number of money for that. When I came in here, you didn't have any separation of funds the way you see them kept by individual cost center. We put all this together. There were no, we put all this, and when the city has added new cost centers such as economic development, B, crime center, and we even had to strip out the fixed assets so these statements would agree with generally accepted accounting principles. We've gone through 3 bond processes, 2007, 2011, and used the financial statements that we prepared, my firm prepared, and the city was successful in receiving those bond proposals both in 2007 and 2011. And these are things that because of the financials that we prepare. That, and you heard, and you've had nothing but clean audits the whole time we've been here. The whole time we've been here, you haven't had an adverse opinion or a disclaimer. None of the time. And that's the report card on what I do. That audit is a report card on what I do. Now, let me just say this here, and I have to say this. As the accountant, I can't always say what you want to hear. I have to be truthful and to do my job properly, I have to look at your situation and say, this is my opinion. And I disagree with the mayor, I disagree with you all sometimes. I can only give you my opinion of the situation. The city manager, we disagree, but that's good, because if all I did was agree with you, then sometimes it might be like when you're in quicksand, I'm giving you a rock. And that's not what you want. And so I don't make any decisions for the city. I simply give you my opinion based on the financials that I see.
Put your input into the decision of the city.
No, but I don't make any decisions.
Okay.
I don't make any
No,
decisions.
you don't, but you try to.
No, I
Okay,
can't.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now, my next question, Mayor, now his contract ended in December, the 31st. This is March.
That's right.
So why are we just now discussing his renewing his contract?
Well, when we had it on the agenda, he was not here. And so we pushed it forward, so it should have been 30 days out. But professional services contract and attorney, chairman here, we can extend those until we have a
It's
regular
probably
meeting.
going month to month
Yeah.
at this
Yeah.
point right now.
For professional services.
So, I mean, we should have, why didn't we opt this out for bids and allow other people to come in and place?
It was the council's call.
And I think it's time to do that. Let other people come in and make presentations and put in bids to see what they can offer the city as well. See things out there. Not necessarily saying that you're not doing a good job, but what's best for the city is we look at other people as well.
I understand that, but, I have to speak for myself.
Okay, and you did, thank you.
Okay, well,
I think, what Councilwoman is saying is, that we should, open the process up. Councilwoman has not been on council, for that long. I agree that we do need transparency and to be able to see different opinions of different firms. I think our time to do that is during the budget processing, when we decide what we're gonna do moving forward, just like we had the opportunity to weigh in on how we're gonna govern the city for the next year. With that, Mr. Johnson just said he's been with the city for 21 years, and the city financially have always been moving forward with the situations that we've had to deal with. Many of you who know the situations that we've had to deal with and how we move forward with Mr. JJ. And again, there's an independent outside CPA firm who audits what we do. We also have a city treasurer by the name of Shannon Smith, who also walks us through what we do daily. Again,
She didn't even come to the meeting, so how does she walk us through?
that's why we have our consultant, Mr. Johnson, who does that portion. From that, we have so I would say that, whereas your understanding of wanting to hear and see different set of eyes or a different proposal, I would want to agree with that, but I do think that the timing is everything, and when we have our annual budget process to go through the process on how we're going to move forward with the city, that's our opportunity.
No, this should have been discussed before his contract ended, not after it ended. So we paying him month to month now anyway, so what harm is he gonna do to allow other people to do a presentation or make a bid on it? There's no harm.
Well, let me say, we're gonna move the question, but I need to say this for Mr. Johnson, so the citizens that want to hear can hear. When we did our city bond issue, we had Standard & Poor's and Moody's to go over our books and audit our books in order to classify our bonds. The city came out with a very clean opinion, and we got a single A bond rating for a city our size with a small budget that we have. And we've been able to maintain that since we issued those bonds. So that says that there is some accounting and some accountability going on the part of Mr. Johnson. And I want to publicly thank him for that. The city council can opt to bid out the process. That's up to this council. Right now, we're in the middle of this budget year. You can call for doing RFPs. I mean, that's the council provider. So right now, we're moving, and I just want to say that part. So.
Again, I also want to, you know, we can be mad at personalities in the decisions that we have to make and the decisions that you may not like. But Mr. J.J. Johnson is the best thing we have moving us forward with our financial obligations for this city of Prairie View our size. People who once had leadership in this community, in this city, know it too. Again, please don't be confused by the people sitting in the seats who are calling for craziness.
Excuse me?
I'm talking, I'm addressing, it's my time to talk. So,
Be your time to talk.
it's my time to talk. Excuse me. I'm talking.
Okay.
All right, so, whatever. So, like I want to say publicly, Mr. J.J. Johnson is a professional, has a special service contract with us. He's been the best thing, he's been working digitally for the citizens and the community of Prairie View. So don't be misinformed by the people talking. Thank you.
Also, just because
You're talking.
first of all, I never said that he wasn't capable or he wasn't doing a good job.
That's right.
I just
That's right.
said that we need to see what's best for the city and allow other people to come in and make a presentation for the city. That's all I said.
That's right.
So
That's
don't
right.
you
I
get
agree with
confused
you.
as to what I'm saying.
First of all, I said I agree with you.
After 21 years.
Huh? You say something?
Yes.
Previous question.
Come make me be
Right.
quiet.
What? What kind of?
All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Only
Aye.
Those opposed?
Opposed.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep our personal feelings down. It's already a volatile situation, so let's keep it down.
City council.
Let's keep your opinions down. Just please keep your opinions.
What was the vote, Mr. Mayor? What was the vote this morning?
It was 2-1.
Okay, thank you.
You know, item number 16 is opening the water and seal bids for 24 by 64 metal building. We had that out for several weeks now, I think. Okay.
Good evening. We've received actually 2 sealed